Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. This is going to be a nice little relaxing slash movement. As you can see, I'm sitting on my little handy dandy chair here. This is what you need for this stretch and mobility session. Okay, so have your chair, nice comfortable place. A lot of the times we do all of our stretching and mobility on the floor, which is great for the hips and getting that range and movement there. We're still going to do some of that stuff, but just seated on your chair. Okay, so I'm not sitting, let me turn myself on an angle so you can see. I'm not going to be sitting at the back of my chair. I want you to shift yourself forward so that you can find that neutral pelvis position so that your feet can be planted and rooted onto the floor and you can find that nice, long, tall spine. Okay, so just come into that position for just a moment. Place your hands on your lap, please. Okay, so you are here. If you want to close your eyes for just a moment as well, wherever you are in your day, morning, afternoon, evening, okay, just bringing yourself into this moment, really kind of focusing inwards on how the body's feeling, the energy. Are you tired? Is your breath heavy? Is your breath light? Can you expand it more? And really bring yourself here. It's going to be about a 20 to 25-minute movement practice with using the chair. Okay, let's take a big breath in together through the nose and sigh it out. Okay, on your next one of those, shrug the shoulders up. Inhale. Exhale, down and back. Do that again. Breath in. Slide the shoulders up. Exhale, down. Do that one more time, big breath in. This time as you exhale, bring the right ear with the right shoulder. Coming down, getting that nice long stretch through the left side of the neck. Take your right hand up to the top of the head. Take your left hand either to the side of your chair. You can grab a hold of the bottom of it or rotate that back of the hand to come to the low back. Creating lots of space down through the side of the neck and the shoulder here. Take a big breath in and out. Do that one more time. See if you can create a little bit more space. Excuse me. Big breath in. And out. Slowly releasing that side, making your way chin down to chest, hands come back to the legs. Okay, just take a pause there, feeling the length along the back of the neck, and then take a big breath in, look up. Try not to shift anything else in the spine, just moving that head through the neck. Exhale to look down. Do that one more time. Think of pulling the shoulders down, away from the ears as you're lifting the chin up. Then come back to neutral seated position. Draw the shoulders up on your next breath in. And as you exhale, bring the left ear down to the left shoulder. Okay, so pressing both shoulders down. Left ear is coming over to the left shoulder. Take the left hand to the top of the head. Either take that right hand down to the chair or the back of the hand to that low back. Getting that nice length. Stretch there through that side shoulder and neck. Take a big inhale and exhale. Do that one more time. In breath. Out. Okay. So coming from here, releasing the chin back down towards the chest, taking those hands back down to those legs. Look up one more time. Lifting the gaze up. And then lowering that chin back down and then making your way into neutral. Okay, from here, we're gonna add some shifts in through the spine. I'm just gonna rotate my chair so you can see exactly what I'm doing here. Feet are still planted. We're gonna take the backs of the hands together, thumbs facing down. Okay, so this is called seated ape. We're gonna reach those fingertips forward. We're gonna round through the pelvis, the tailbone, drop your chin to your chest, so creating lots of roundness through that spine, and then take a big breath in, come forward, rotate the palms up so that the elbows and thumbs squeeze behind, finishing with the gaze to come up towards the sky ceiling. And then exhale to round it back to that starting position. Backs of the hands rotate towards one another, thumbs down, tuck that pelvis under, big breath in, rotate up and forward, squeezing those elbows back, squeezing the thumbs behind you, lifting the gaze up, exhale to round. This is a beautiful movement for the shoulders, through the spine, pelvis, really exaggerating, arching and rounding. Breath in to open and exhale, round. We'll do that one more time. Good. Breath in, open it all up. Oh, so good. Exhale to round. Okay, come into neutral. All right, we'll take those hands. Let's take the left hand down by your side and reach that right arm up and to the left side. Really try to drive into that right side hip and then breath in over to the other side. Right hand comes to the base of your chair. Left arm reaches over. Drive into that left side body. Keep going from right to left, getting into that lateral side. I did some core yesterday, so this is feeling really good through those obliques. Keep taking it slowly from right to left, really driving into that same side that your reaching arm is on. Oh, so good. 2 more. Big breath in, up and over. Last one. So good. Okay. Oh, that feels so nice through that side body. Let's take those feet a little bit wider than shoulder distance here. Okay. Take your left hand, back of the hand to the inside of that right knee. Maybe you'll heel toe those feet out a little bit wider. Take your right hand, give a little tap to your left hand, push into that left knee as you rotate, palm facing up to twist in behind. And then exhale to come back. Push the hand into the knee, breath in, rotate here. Think of knees driving apart as that palm faces up to reach back in behind. Do that 2 more times here on this side. Breath in, thumb comes back in behind, rotate there, return back to center. Last one here. Breath in, reach it back. Oh, so good. Lots of good twisting motion there. Let's do the same to the other side. Right hand comes to the inside of that right leg. Left hand gives a little tap. Breath in, rotate. Push into that right knee as you rotate back, squeezing that shoulder blade. Think of shoulder blade to spine as that arm comes back behind you, and then back to tap. 2 more on this side. Breath in. Exhale to come back. Last one. Breath in. Open it up. So good. Exhale to return back. Okay. Amazing. Amazing. Let's bring those feet back to about neutral position for yourself. We'll start on the right side. We're going to take that right ankle and take it just above the knee. Take your foot into that flexion position. So you want to think of toes pulling into the shin. You are going to notice how tight those hips and glutes are for this next one. Okay, and don't worry, it's going to be, we'll get some relief there for you if they're tight. Place your left hand to the sole of the right foot and your right hand to that right knee. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to actively push down with our hand as we actively push up with our knee. We're going to take a big breath in, push down as you push up for 3, for 2, and for 1. Release. We're going to do that 2 more times. Press down as you press up with the knee for 3, for 2, for 1, release. 1 more time. Press down as you press up with the knee for 3. Keep flexing through those toes for 2. And for 1. Okay, good. From here, we're going to stay in this position. I'm just going to rotate my chair slightly. Okay, from this position, we're going to work with our breath with a hinge. So I want you to think of a nice long spine hinging from your hips. We're not rounding forward. So think of lengthening, proud chest. Big inhale, lengthen and sit tall. And as you exhale, try to bring the chest towards that shin. Inhale to come back up. Exhale to fold it forward. Now your fold might be bigger or smaller than mine. Totally fine. Just making sure it's that hinge. There's no round through that spine. Breath in to sit tall. Breath out to hinge. 2 more. Those hips are tight. This should feel nice. Exhale to fold. Last one here. Breath in. Breath out. Forward fold and hold right here. Think of pressing that knee downwards. You want that external rotation from that hip. We breathe for 5. You can put a little pressure with that right hand for 4. For 3. Ooh, that feels really nice. For 2. In a good way, in a bad way. For 1. So good. Okay, come back up. Leave your leg as it is. Take your left hand towards that right knee. Take your right hand slightly in behind you. Drive down with that left hand. Give yourself just a slight twist over to the right. Maybe it's taking your gaze just beside you or over that right shoulder, breathing there. It's always going to make your cameo appearance. Good go. For 3, for 2, and for 1. Okay, slowly releasing that leg. So give your leg a little shake. That's some intense work for that hip and glute. Do the same for the other side. All right, so left leg is going to cross over that right leg. So planting that right foot, sitting nice and tall, taking the left foot over top of that left leg, and then we might notice a difference. My left side is a lot tighter. Okay, right hand comes to the sole of that foot. Make sure those toes are pulling up and in. Left hand comes to the top of that left leg. Okay, from here, we have that active push down with the hand as the knee drives up, okay? Active both ways. Push and hold for 3. Sitting nice and tall, breathing for 2. And for 1, release that active push pull. Take a big breath in. Push and drive for 3. Feels good for 2. And for 1, release. 1 more time, big breath in. Push and drive. Active, lots of work for 3. For 2. And for 1. So good. Okay, releasing that. Keeping that hand where it is, keeping the hand on the foot where it is. Take a big breath in, sit nice and tall. We hinge forward, chest towards shin. Exhale, in breath to come up tall, okay? Maybe you're gonna notice a difference. My hinge is a little bit smaller on this side because my hip is quite tight for my left side. Okay, breath in to come up. Exhale to hinge and fold. 2 more, breath in to come up. Exhale, hinge. Oh, it's tight. Breath in, last one. Exhale, hinge and fold and hold. Okay, all of the things. Pressing through. You want that little guide down with that left hand towards the knee to get that nice external rotation from the hip. Flexion through the left toes. Breathing here for 5. For 4, maybe you can make your hinge a little bit more for 3. For 2. And for 1. Okay, coming back up nice and tall. Right hand now comes to that left knee. Left hand comes in behind. Give a little press down. Rotate and twist slightly to your left. Breathing there for 3. For 2. And for 1. So good. Okay, releasing that. That feels good. Needed. Okay, give a little shake, shimmy. We're going to make our way standing with that chair. Okay, getting a little bit now into the hamstrings as well as our hip hinge. Okay, so I'm going to turn myself here for you to see. All right, so you're going to be using the base, the seated part of your chair here. Let's start right leg. Right heel is going to come up to the chair there. If you're using a bench or a couch, that also works, okay? Flex those toes up as much as you can. Take your hands towards your hips here. Maybe it's a soft little bend. Try not to lock out that leg. Just a soft little bend into that knee. Take a breath in, stand nice and tall. And then again, same concept here. Exhale, hinge and fold. You should start to feel that stretch all the way down through that leg. In breath to come back up. Exhale to hinge and fold over that leg. Making sure, once again, same as that seated, we don't want that rounded spine to come forward. Pull it through. I have a little shake here. I'm quite tight through the hamstrings. And think of driving that right hip back behind you as you have that hinge and fold. Soft bend through that knee. In breath to come back up. You have 2 more. Exhale, hinge and fold. In breath to stand. Last one. Hold, fold right here. Push the hips back, especially that right side. Flex those toes up a little bit more. Ooh, we've got the shakes over here. Tightness is happening. Tightness is happening. Breathing for 3. For 2. And for 1. So good. Releasing that. Okay. Coming to the other side. Switch it out. Right foot comes down. Oh, that feels so good through that right side. Left side. Also hamstrings. Some of us know this. So left foot is up, flex the toes, soft bend. Start with your breath, stand nice and tall and proud. exhale to hinge and fold. With the hamstrings, we can often find, breath in to come to standing, that the low back gets tight, right? Think of the posterior chain as one unit, all the way down from the bottom, all the way up to the top. All of that can intersect. If we have tight upper back, it can pull on the low back. If we have tight glutes and hamstrings, it can also pull on the low back. That core unit with the hips, right? The hips, the low back, we can often find if that is tight, it can affect a lot of other places throughout the body. So being mindful of that. Okay, keep driving that left hip back as you fold, breath in to come back up. This is your last one. Exhale, hinge, fold, hold. Pull those toes, micro bend that knee, flat back, proud chest. Breathing there for 3, for 2, and for 1. So good. Okay, so nice. Releasing that left side. Okay, we're gonna come into a nice little lateral lunge here. You're gonna have the support of your chair because you're gonna have a nice little reach. So facing your chair, you're gonna take those legs out nice and wide. I'll turn myself on a bit of an angle so you can see the position of those feet. So a wide straddle that's not too stressful for those hips, okay? Nice, comfortable straddle. We're gonna take those hands forward onto the chair. You're gonna have some nice support. What we're just gonna start with is just coming into that lateral lunge from right to left. Think of driving the knee open as you shift your way from side to side. Think of driving those hips back behind you. You have that nice light support in through the chair with those hands. Okay, so you're just coming from right to left, nice and slow. Okay, we're gonna add in a rotation and a reach in a moment. So really wanna work in through the inside of those legs, and as we externally rotate with that knee coming from right to left. Keep going there. Making sure you're taking nice big inhales and exhales as you make those shifts from right to left. Do one more side each. Right to left. Okay, so now we're gonna add in a rotation in here. So as you make your way over to your right, slide your left hand into the center of the chair, reach that right arm up towards the sky. Pause there for 3. Keep pressing those hips back. 2, try to reach that arm up and back. 1, come back to center. Right hand exchanges to the center of the chair. Left knee comes over. Left arm reaches up towards the sky ceiling. Thinking of rotating from that mid back for 3. Maybe it's deeper into your lunge, bigger rotation for 2. For 1, switch it over to the other side. Left hand, right knee lunges. Right arm reaches up. Breathing there for 3. For 2. For 1, over to the other side, right hand comes down, left arm reaches for 3, for 2, and for 1. So good. Make your way back into center. Oh, that feels so nice. That feels so nice. Okay, you're gonna rotate your chair, come out of that straddle, rotate your chair so that you can use the back side. Okay, we're gonna come into a little hip hinge here. You'll need to measure yourself or figure out the exact space that feels good for you. Place your hands on the top of your chair. Walk yourself back so that you can have a nice, strong hip hinge here. Micro bend the knees. The feet should be about hip distance apart. Now, what we're going to do is that same concept of breath in, breath out, hinge. Sinking nice and deep into those shoulders. Breath in, up. Breath out, hinge from the hips, drop the chest down, getting that nice open stretch through the shoulders. Breath in, up. Exhale, hinge. Breath in, up. Breath out, hinge. Oh, that feels so good. 1 more, breath up. Breath out. Okay, so here your breath out, I want you to really hang out here. Try to get that chest down. Think of pressing those hips back. Maybe it's a softer knee bend for you to help here. Breathing through those shoulders for 3, for 2, and for 1. Amazing job. Okay, slowly coming out of that, come down to your knees. We're gonna rotate that chair back around. Okay, I get to do lots of chair tricks today. We're gonna still work on those shoulders 1 more time, okay? 1 more time. We're gonna take those elbows to that surface, okay? You can come into prayer pose with those hands, wiggle those knees back. Same concept here that we just did, trying to get into those shoulders a little bit deeper. Breath in to come up. Exhale to fold. Oh dear. This is where you get to notice where the shoulders are tight. Maybe it's into the lats as well. Breath in to come up. Exhale, release. Good. Breath in to come up. Exhale, release. Last one here. Breath in to come up. Exhale, release. Hold there. So a nice stretch there through the chest, through the shoulders, through the triceps, through the lats. Lots of things for 3. Breathe, rest and relax here as much as you can for 2. And slowly come out on 1. So good. Okay. Slowly come out of that because that can be pretty intense. Oh, amazing job. Okay, give yourself a couple little shoulder rolls. We're going to finish on our backs with our legs up on the chair. Okay, so if you want to transition yourself there. So try to get your feet so that they can be towards the back, so that the crease of the back of your knees are on the edge of the chair. Okay, so you might notice that maybe it's not a good height for you. This chair might be a little bit high for my little legs. That's okay, we make it work. Okay, so just pausing here for a moment. Take your hands out to like Shavasana arms. Okay, so arms out to the side, palms facing up, and just get that nice breath work here. We're gonna finish with another little hip and glute stretch, but I want you to notice the pelvis as your feet are elevated here. Just notice the pelvis, notice the low back, notice your breath. Just trying to create lots of space there. I'm on the floor, so I knew this was gonna happen. She's been very good this whole time. Normally, if I ignore her, she walks away. Perfect. Okay, we're gonna take that right foot, we're gonna cross it just below that left knee. Okay, so we did this seated already, so the hip is nice and primed and prepped. Again, flex those right toes and just think of driving that right knee away. So now we're in a more supported position in this stretch, okay? So you're just thinking of giving that nice external rotation, that nice drive away with that right hand, supporting that right side, pushing that knee away, flexing through the right toes. Breathing there. Take one more breath in. And then release that side, switch to the other. Right foot comes back to that chair. Left ankle crosses over below the right knee. Again, flex through those toes, guide that left knee open and away. All right, breathing there. Toes are nice and flexed. Right hand isn't doing anything. It can be resting. It can be on the belly. It can be also maybe helping and guiding that foot into a good place. Just pressing through the left hand, that nice drive into the left knee for 3, for 2, and for 1. Releasing that side. Join that left foot back up onto the chair with the right. Okay, we're going to take those hands now just to the pelvis. And I want you to just think of tucking that tail so that that low back presses to the floor. So really engaging through the pelvic floor, through the lower abs, all right, tucking that tail and then releasing. So all you're doing, we're not doing like cat and cow pelvic shifts. We're doing the release, pulling, tucking that tailbone under, engaging through the pelvic floor, and then releasing, okay? So just a little bit of engagement with release. So tuck the tail, press the low back, release. In breath, tuck, press that low back. Slight minor shifts, but really drawing that awareness to the core, to the low back, towards those hips. 2 more, tuck, engage, brace and breathe into the core. Release, last 1, tuck and press that low back. Really bringing that engagement and focus to that area, and then release there. I want you to think of finding neutral spine. So whatever is neutral and natural for you. So there's no other engagement anywhere here. You can take either the hands back out to that Shavasana position. You can also take your hands to your belly. We're just going to focus on our breath for 60 seconds, 1 minute, where we're allowing that release, allowing that focus to come to breath. And the legs here are elevated, so that brings lots of relief for the hips and low back here. Just close your eyes.
Give yourself 1 full minute of stillness with breath, with calming the nervous system. This is a great one to do. Legs elevated in any position on a couch with pillows, legs at the wall. This one here, maybe it's putting a block below the hips, a yoga block. All great options. Just giving some different positions for that low back, some relief if you stand a lot. A lot of the chair stuff we did today, also great to do if you are a office person and are sitting a lot of those can be added in, giving yourself a quick little 5-minute relief from sitting. Take one more breath in here. Amazing, amazing job. So good. I hope you found some great positions that brought some release, hamstrings, hips, low back, all of the good stuff. You should feel good. Carry on with your day, carry on with your evening, wherever you are. Amazing job. Thanks for giving this a go and coming out. See you all soon. Bye, everyone.